In this video, we're going to demonstrate how to replace a PC350 recline actuator. The first thing we're going to do is use the recline lever to fully recline the chair. Then we'll tip the chair onto its right-hand side. Next, we'll unplug the chair. Okay, next we'll use a 5mm Allen wrench to remove the 4 screws that secure the brackets that hold the actuator shaft in place. Once the 2 screws that secure each bracket have been removed, set the bracket aside. And then do the same thing for the second horizontal bracket. Okay, then we can slide that shaft out of the stretcher bar and remove the black rubber spacer from each side of the shaft. Now we're ready to cut the zip tie that secures the cable guide on the underside of the chair. And then we can fish that actuator cable through the guide. Okay, now we can pop open the connector box and disconnect the actuator connector. Next, we need to remove the clip from the pin that secures the front end of the actuator. And then we can push that pin up and out of the mounting point. You may have to jostle the actuator around a little bit. The holes need to be really closely aligned in order to free that pin. Okay, at that point, we can remove the actuator from the chair. To install the new actuator, then, we need to align the front mounting points and look down from the top to make sure that all the different levels of that mounting point are aligned. And when they are, you can push that pin back down through the holes. There we go. And then slide the long end of the clip through the hole at the bottom of the pin. Okay, then we can take the plug end of the cord and fish that through both of the cable guides. Taking up all of the slack there. And then reconnect the connectors. Place them inside the connector box and then snap the cover on. and then tuck that box into the cable guide. Okay, we're ready to place those black rubber spacers onto either side of the new actuator. And then insert those spacers into the open bracket, turning the spacers as necessary until it is flush with the outside of the bracket. Once the spacers are aligned properly, we can replace one of the horizontal metal brackets and install 2 of the Allen screws and hand tighten them to secure it. Okay, then we can do the same thing with the lower horizontal bracket. And then we'll use a 5mm Allen wrench to finish tightening all of the screws. It's important that these screws are nice and tight. Okay, now we're ready to return the chair to the upright position. Plug it back in and use the recline lever to return it to the fully upright position. And we're done.